We ride the waves of the crypto market to the motherfucking moon. Surfboard line, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and face. At the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang, game deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Phones on my skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no tick-tock ticks. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Anchor the V-dub, use that line. Stochastic twitch, that entry's mine. From sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon. Surfboard mind, charts on deck. Crypto ties got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and face. At the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the moon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the dirt. Apparently. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Good evening to you all. It is Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 at 9:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. How's everybody doing? I hope you all had an amazing Tuesday. Hope you had a great trade day. Mine started off well, but then I held on to a trade for too long. Okay. To the creators of the moon. There we go. Your background is calming. Okay, let me be calm. We're just gonna be calm. We're gonna be chill. How's everybody doing this evening? We're sitting at a nice cool 92 degrees Fahrenheit here in the southern USA. It's actually not humid because we just had a little bit of a cold front move through. So that's cool. Bitcoin is below $113,000. We have lost $11,000 in price in a matter of days. Less than a week. There it is. It just continues to collapse. It's all over. The Bitcoin bull run is over. For now. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Let's say good evening to everybody. Good evening, Alexandra G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, the Mod God. Thank you for being here, Alexandra G. Best in the biz, best mod in the biz. Duality C, Mr. Alien C, what's going on, my friend? Jesus Save 77, how you doing? Getting heaven. God bless, God bless. Trade Intuition, a bingo, and a bango. Thank you for being here, T.I. Joe. You guys go over and check out T.I. Joe's channel. if not for anything else but the story times. And you know these scammer takedowns. Okay, go check out T.I. Joe. We've got All Set in the house. Thank you for being here. All Set. Looks like a black velvet painting we had in the 70s. Oh, okay. What's going on, All Set, my friend? Oh, Wick's wife, Fine 89. Thank you all. You're amazing. All right. That's going to be it for me. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye. Just kidding. Okay, so swing fail. Move to the downside. We've been looking, waiting, trying to see if we were going to come down and take out this low. It's still possible. We have come down. We've taken out this low. So we've swept this low. The problem with this is that means this is indeed just a massive, or not just, because it could go lower, like much lower. But it could just be a correction. It's definitely a correction, but it could just be a just like a sideways correction. Granted, it's a $13,000-$14,000 range, but in percentages, I mean, from the very high to our current price, we're only down 9%. All the way down to this low over here, we're sitting at about 9.68%. I mean, this is pretty typical for a Bitcoin bull market. Now, we did get the swing fail on the weekly. Okay. Did get the swing fail on the weekly. Or did we get it on the 4-hour? Which one is it? Did we get it on the weekly? Yes. Did we get it on the 4-hour? Also, yes. So which one is it? Does it matter? If it's weekly, we're probably going to go lower. Like much lower. Using swipe? What are you talking about? All right, so we're sitting at $113,080 right now. So we did just break above 113, but it's just been all downhill, you know. Good news, if there is any, is we're building some liquidity levels above us that will want to get taken out if we do reverse at some point soon. But the thing is, so a lot of the reason the market is selling off right now is because we have Jackson Hole coming up at the end of the week, and the market is anticipating for Fed Chair Powell to potentially signal that rate cuts are no good. They're not going to do rate cuts. There's also a question on whether or not he's going to talk about the potential for rate hikes. Why? And it's because of that dreaded PPI report. When we got an expected 0.2% and we got a 0.9, which is a massive, massive beat. Likely due to the trade war and the tariffs. Now the question will then become, will those have lasting impacts, or will they just be short-term inflation until things kind of like die down with the trade war? We'll see. So we have gotten down into this. Oh yeah, the point is, it's kind of like trying to shape up for Jackson Hole, and the question is going to be, is Powell going to be hawkish or dovish? Basically, is he going to say, we're looking at cutting rates? Is he going to say we're probably going to remain paused, or is he going to say we're thinking about hiking? It sounds crazy, but with inflation ticking back up, at the very least, they're much more likely to hold. Show me magical theory. Oh, Alex, I love you, bro. Alex was pooping on Elliott wave theory this morning during his live stream. I've heard him and Piper both call it just a theory, which is just a lazy dismissal, to be quite honest. But anyways, I'll get into Elliott wave theory if the people want it. Prayers with the family and the wife. How close is she now? We're 3 weeks either away. 3 weeks from yesterday or today. So 3 weeks, and the baby will be here. 3 weeks from yesterday or today. We still haven't gotten a confirmation on an exact date yet, but it's either September 8th or 9th. So it's a coming. Hey man, as long as you make money with it, you can see the stars and the way the wind blows. I mean, people make money off of full moons. So full moons and half moons. So but no, my main thing with Elliott wave theory is just the argument against it. I think that you could make better arguments than just it's just a theory, when literally everything else is just a theory. Supply and demand, smart money concepts. In fact, Elliott wave theory wasn't even originally called Elliott wave theory. It was actually called the wave principle. So, and it was written by one, what was his first name? Something Nelson Elliott. And then he wrote it in 1938 after decades of stock market price action research and data. And he came up with the wave principle in 1938. And then in the 1970s, Robert Prechter and A.J. Frost revived Elliott's work, and they decided to call it Elliott wave theory because they thought it sounded more academic. So, a little bit of history on the Elliott wave theory, or with the wave principle, which I think I'll start calling it from now on, because that was its original name and people can't dismiss it as just a theory. Do you see it because you love waves? No, I like it because it helps me identify market structure and impulsive moves and corrective moves, aka impulsive waves and corrective waves. So please don't forge the smash the likes and subscribe if you are new. Alexander G, are you drunk? Thank you, Alexander G. Please don't forget to smash the likes, guys, and subscribe if you are new. I like ABC corrections and 5-wave impulse. That about it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I really look for most often, to be quite honest. It's more, I look for the 5-wave impulses and the 3-wave corrections, because those are the most common things with Elliott wave theory. So, and your 5-wave impulses are both to the upside and to the downside as such. Okay. And then you have ABC corrections, which can be to the downside, they can be to the upside, or they can even be, well, that's not an upside move, but like that. Or they can even be sideways moves, like your flat corrections. So that's what I'm looking for, and I've found Elliott wave theory to play out. It's mostly used for the higher time frames, not really used too much for intraday trading, more for to find trend, to find corrective patterns, on higher time frames so that you know whether or not to play more trendy impulses. So you would hold trades a little bit longer maybe. And then if you are in a corrective formation, then you would be looking to play ranges. So yeah. So this mostly you're just zooming out with it, or at least that's what I do to get my basic market structure. And if I see we are impulsing off of lows, then I will be looking for longs or shorts to be holding for a long period of time, or like, swing trade. But yeah, mostly for swing trading and even some position trading. But yeah, I'm with TI for sure. I call the Elliott Wave theory the ABC 123 Sesame Street theory, but I agree with Alex. Coons is a beast when it comes to the Sesame Street. He kills it. Not saying that LBC is not a beast, just saying Coons is pretty good at explaining. It's too complicated for my simple brain. It's really simple, man. It's really simple. You just have you have a family tree, You have two different things. You have what's called motive waves. Wait, here it goes. You got motive and you have corrective. I think that, yeah. Motive and corrective. Under your motive, you're going to have your impulses. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have impulses and diagonals under your motive waves, and you're going to have three-wave corrections or combos under your corrective waves. That's what those are their technical or Elliott wave names. So yeah, these are just your categories, and then you have your subcategories of the type of waves that you have within these. But yeah, motive is with trend, corrective is against trend, obviously. So yeah, what's a Coon's wrong channel? This is Lunar Beaches. Thank you, all set. I appreciate you, my friend. You're amazing. John Foster Crypto, what's going on? 901 in the house. What's up, brother? It's the stage before a butterfly. What? Zigzags? Yeah, zigzags. Three-wave moves. Zigzags. They zig and they zag. Okay? And it's also good knowing that, when you are seeing more impulsive moves, strong moves, upwards moves, and sideways corrections, then you are more likely than not in a trend. Whereas if you see more chop up and down, then you are more likely in a correction. Okay? So we haven't really created much of a downwards trend. We haven't at all. In fact, we're technically still just sideways on top of this high. Can we sweep the high? Yes, absolutely. Can we also reverse from where we are right now? Also yes, because this could potentially be a running flat. Typically, I guess, no, you can take out the high on a running flat, but it's neither here nor there. I'm just waiting, but the main thing is just waiting to see if you can get an actual bottoming structure and a shift in market structure. So that's what you really want to see on the lower time frames, like the 1 hour. You want to see that for a bigger, reversal. You want to see that shift on the 1 hour. Yeah, at the lowest for a bigger market structure shift. So if we can get something like this, we come out and we take out this high, we take a look at our just handy dandy indicator, you know, just a simple basic RSI. You've got rising momentum, even though price is pushing to the downside. This is a bullish divergence. I'd be looking for this high to get taken out. Why this high and not this one? Because this low, this low did take out this. Kind of pullback did we get on this? 50%. Sorry, for a second there, my eyes deceived me, and I thought that this didn't come down lower than this. So definitely want to get above this high. I don't like it because this is such a tight little range in here. I kind of would prefer for this high to get taken out. It would just help solidify that we have most likely reversed if we take out the high at 116. 117. Yeah, so right now the goal is to get back above $117,000. Otherwise we could just see a retrace up into fair value gap or order block, I would say up higher, because if we're going to push through the fair value gap, I would think we're going to go do something like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, Alex. What a beautiful. Isn't that top a giant ABC? Yes. Basically. Oh yeah. Absolutely gorgeous view. I'm so jealous of that view on that golf course, bro. Holy crap. I wouldn't want to play golf anywhere else. Like, it is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you guys saw this. I'm going to have to bring it up. Alex, how did you finish the your trading day? Look at this. Look at this. What a view. That is insane. You said that's how big of a drop? You commented on someone. You have to take 2 shots minimum and switch clubs? Wait, what? Probably a 6 or 7 iron. I had an 8 and it was 10 yards short. Oh, wow. 80% power 7 iron, hole in one. Oh, here it is. 50-foot drop. That's crazy. Now, a 50-foot drop is nowhere near as difficult as a 30-foot rise. I've had to. There's a golf course that I went to in Arkansas with my father-in-law, and there was a hill. I mean, it had to be more than like a 45-degree angle, and it's like it's so steep. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that it's even part of the golf course, but it's like, seriously, it's so steep and it's so tall. It might have been more than 50, or yeah, it might have been more than. No, your picture looks pretty steep. It was really steep, and I couldn't, like, when you're on the when you're teeing off on that one, the best way to hit it is to make it to where it dog legs over. And like hit it high and try to have it go over to the left. Shank. All right, so are we getting a little bit of a... Did we trap some traders, some shorts here? Itty bitty little sweep. Let's go down to 15. Was that last week's low? No, this is last week's low. Does that count? This was Sunday. I don't think that counts because it's Sunday. Oh, well, no, because Sunday's a new... That's the thing. A lot of these ICT rules, specifically time and price, they're kind of difficult when it comes to crypto because crypto trades 24/7. So, now, granted, we rarely get big moves on the weekends because it has become so institutionalized. 3 drives, bull divs. Wait, what? Beautiful. We all need to raid Canada. Yeah. Let's just make it America so we can just drive up there and visit Alex. How about that? Hey, I found a free indicator here for order blocks by Flux Charts called volumized order blocks. It's pretty good. You should check it out. It gives you volume inside the order blocks and everything, and it's free. So, yeah, check that out. Okay, so yes, could be an ABC and a 1, 2, 3 Sesame Street ABC, but that's what I was thinking last week. Was that this was going to turn into a giant flat correction. So, we swept the previous day low. We did do that. But this low is not significant. So, yeah, we swept the previous day low. So that's our first thing that we want to see. We want to see this previous daily low swept. If we can get this candle to close above this one, which it's only got 2 minutes left on a 15-minute candle. It's not really doing much. I was going to say, if we can get a close on that, then we would create a fair value gap here, and I would be looking to take a stab. I don't know if I like the... I'd have to find my liquidity pools. Order block plus fair value gap. 3 to 1 wouldn't be, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. 3 to 1 trade. Or do we aim for the other highs? I say take profit, let it ride, see what happens. Always want to take profits along the way. Take most of it out once you get to a pretty big liquidity pool, or let's just say a resistance level off of that wick. It's one thing you can do. Liquid cluster. See, you're talking about liquidity clusters. I have an idea of what that is. Maybe, because of the combined fair value gap and the order block, we have a little bit of a cluster of liquidity. That's probably what you're talking about. So yeah, LFG 51st, baby, lower my taxes. Look, if you want to become a part of America, you gotta take our baggage with you. You understand that, right? You understand that you have to accept America's baggage. The forbidden water. For those that don't know, the little water emojis that Alex is putting in the chat. Yeah, I heard that Lunar talk about hills on a course. What? You have a wonderful evening too, Alex. Thank you for being here. But yeah, the forbidden water is the whole reason why we have the Otter Gang, for those that don't know. Someone didn't like us using the Forbidden Water in the Frankie Candles Discord. And I think Alex was just like, all right, we'll just use otters instead. And then from there, the Otter Gang was born. Like, so yeah, good times. You might as well call me a founding member of the Otter Gang, all right? That's how long I've been around. I was there when it was created. Flatlander? Oh, Flatlander. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I heard Flatlander Lunar talk about hills on a course. I just don't. Oh, because of my flats? I don't know. Anyways, what else is going on? What would you guys like for me to go over? Anything in particular? Others? It looks like we're getting a little bit of move here. Altcoins getting a little bit of a bounce. What is Ethereum doing? A little bit of a bounce. One, two. Now in corrective waves, so check this out. In corrective waves, and even diagonals, but in corrective waves, we're not going to go with diagonals yet. In corrective waves, your 5-wave structures can overlap each other. The waves can overlap each other. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7-wave crash. I like 7-wave crashes. So I'm going to inspect this one a little bit more because that's interesting. Let's take off all the noise. How about that? Let's kill the noise. Not kill the noise. All right. Sorry, I think was that a song or a band or something? Kill the noise. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then in wave 4 of wave 5. So let's just count this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you look for 5 waves within the 5th wave. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on a 7-wave crashing structure, wave 6 rolls up into wave 4 of wave 5. And capitulate. Typically, that would be, or not typically, but that would be a, if counted correctly, that would be a 7-wave crashing structure and would indicate potentially that the bottom is in unless this wave isn't yet done. We do have the 786 macro 786 sitting here at $4,014 for Ethereum. So would not surprise me in the least bit if we did move down even lower. Main thing right now would be to see if we break this high at 43.41. If we can get above that and close a daily candle or two above it, then the more likely we are that this is going to reverse. That could potentially turn into some kind of inverse head and shoulders as well. So look for that. And yeah, just look for any kind of reversal pattern. It could even turn into a what? A W. Okay. W pattern. Even something like this, like if the bottom was in. And we just look for bull divs. Let's see, did we get a bull div on our RSI? I would say, yep, we've got a bull div on our RSI on the 15. On the 30, bull div hourly, bull div 4 hour, No bull div. No bull div on the 4 hour. Does it have to have it? No. But it does help. Helps with the confluence, that is. If we could do something like that, maybe less like that, more like this. Whoops. How straight can you draw these lines? B Team Crypto, what's going on, brother? Good evening. Thank you for being here. Kelly, you're lurking tonight. I see. Whoa, viewers dropping off. That's kind of crazy. Did my stream die? Nope. Let's see. We've got, yeah, so on the 1 hour bull div, 4 hour, don't see it. So can't force it. So if this can push down lower, or maybe even get a retrace and then a push down, kind of creating, this is more of a reversal pattern. Like that. If we can get something like this, then that could potentially give us something that looks like this, where this rolls over and we either come in flat or a little bit below this low over here, and that would create us a giant 4 hour bull div. Daily chart. Oh yeah. That could help give us a daily bull div as well. Then from there, we just look for, did you know that you can use your RSI or whatever momentum oscillator you use as its own like pattern thing and trend? So if the RSI is doing this and you see it come up and break this, you're in a strong uptrend. You can also look at, you can come down to the, well, let's just do it right here on the daily. Let's see. So we have this giant move to the downside. We can see this push down, okay? This is a bearish divergence. Then you get to push down. But I want to connect these highs, and I want to see, where do we break? We broke right here. Okay, so that's about right here. On this break, this push up, and then it price consolidated, and then you got another push up. But once it broke that downwards trend on the RSI, that kind of gives you that confirmation. First, we break above the moving average, then we bounce off the RSI and break down the break above the downtrend on the momentum, and then from there on, it went bullish. You can do the same on the lower end. Pull this across as such. Let's just go ahead and mark off with a vertical line where it breaks right there. Let's make this a little, let's make it white. There we go. And look at that. Breaks a line on this one, and then big move down from there. Down to the golden pocket. Come back over here, put this up here. Breaks here. We're already pretty bullish, but you get the break for confirmation. I want to have multiple highs. I mean, if it breaks here, I mean, you do get a little bit of an early confirmation, but you're not above the moving average, but you do get that big push up here, and you break these highs. You get the daily close above these highs and the break of the downwards movement on the RSI, and then it's pretty big moves for the next several days. And you can use this on any time frame that you please. We can go down to the 3 minute. We can take a look here. Let's see. Connect all these highs. Okay. To get a little bit of a deviation here, but I'll take it. I'll take that. But big break here. Then you got the pull back, right? Then you get the big push up, and then we fall down. This is a 3 minute, all right? This is a 3 minute. But then you get a bull div off of that, and you get this strong push to the upside. And obviously, it being on the 3 minute means this would be a short-term scalp trade. Typically, you don't want to hold this 30 to 45 minutes. 5 minutes, about an hour, 45 to an hour. Not Jonathan Schaefer. Smash the like. What's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Mad love. Mad love, mad love. Here's another one. Right here. You break on this candle. Big push following that. So, yeah. What indicators do you use? You could use it on anything. You can use that strategy on anything that has an oscillator. Pretty much anything that has an oscillator. I don't know. Let's just find something random. How about what kind of, let's just type in oscillator. Let's see what we got. Not going to do the prime oscillator right now. Elliott wave oscillator. How do you have... I'm going to have to look into this. Well, look at this. See how the lower side is picking up, right? Pushing higher. What is price doing? Pushing lower. Then it pops up. So technically a bull div. Rounding off here. Look at this rounding off here. These are just different kinds of oscillating waves, right? I mean, and that's what all these oscillators do. They're mostly just they mostly just show you, give you a visual of momentum in the market, whether momentum is dying or picking up, and how strong the momentum is. Oh, okay, I'm in the mountains too. Wow, viewers really fell off. Y'all don't like to learn? Whatevs. Sorry, I'm boring tonight. It is what it is, though. I'm boring tonight, I guess. Market structure, trend, prime bands, prime oscillator, pro plus, RSI primed oscillator. That looks like the MACD. Kind of. I know what the Elliott wave oscillator, it kind of looks like the MACD. Yeah. What about this one? Does this one give us any kind of... Okay, so it gave us the same as your standard RSI. I mean, this is RSI primed, so it's called RSI. So it's going to have a lot of the characteristics of an RSI. Okay, all right. But look at that pullback and the bounce, and you could just take a little scalp. Ride it on up. You see the candles getting thinner and thinner, and you jump out. Because when they get thinner and thinner like this, like it is, downside. Much love, LBC. Much love, B team. Thank you for being here and showing up, showing out. Mad love. I appreciate you. But anyways, point is, you can find the same things on all different kinds of oscillators. So just look into that. USDT dominance. What are we doing over here? USDT dominance. Let's back this thing up a little bit. Back it up. So yeah, this is what I drew out last night. This is what I was looking for. We did continue to push to the upside. Here we go. So we'll see what the USDT dominance continues to do. It's getting got a nice swing failure pattern in here, and it's pushing back up into this supply zone over here. So we'll just have to see if we do get a rejection from this zone or not. But if it continues, if it pushes through, and especially if it pushes through with some conviction, then we're gonna be in trouble. So right now it's showing some strength. So yeah, I would just let's be patient. I kind of just want to get through this week and then start trading again next week. I almost don't even want to trade the rest of the week because it's just nasty out there. It's just nasty. Tomorrow we have the FOMC minutes. Typically a nothing burger. Not really. Don't really get too much from those. You get some insight. I guess it kind of depends on just how close they were as far as like the Fed board, because there's 12 members to the board. There's a little misconception that Chair Powell just kind of just runs the show when he's really just more of like the face of the Fed than anything, because they all vote. All 12 members vote on what to do with the rate decision. So it could literally be and Powell, is it 12 total, 11 vote, and Powell's the tiebreaker if they need him. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, so they can literally be split. Maybe if they're split, then they will just hold rates where they are. Or if you'll have some that say they want to cut by 25 basis points, others want to say they want to raise or hike even, so it's not just a one-man show at the Fed. Powell can't just willy-nilly cut rates and hike rates, on his own. That's not how it works. And that's not how it should work. It should be some type of board, and that is what we have. All right, so on the Russell 2000, potential 5-wave impulse here. I really like how this looks. As long as this doesn't come back down into the territory of wave 1, so it doesn't come back down to 2,248 points. Now, then we're good. Now, if we want the Russell to continue, because if the Russell continues to the upside, then that means that we are more in a risk-on environment. So that helps out our crypto and all that. So big pullback here on the NASDAQ. Got a 1.6% pullback today. Let's see, this total pullback is 2.95%. Pretty big pullback. That means likely that NVIDIA pulled back quite a bit. Yeah, 3.5. Wow, 3.5 in a day. Pull this down. Currently down 4.5 essentially. So, and this makes up a lot of NVIDIA or NASDAQ. S&P 500 getting the pullback. The NASDAQ getting the pullback. And I don't like this because this is kind of corrective. It looks impulsive, but there's a lot of overlap, and you have waves coming back down and coming into the territory of the previous wave, which you just can't have, because that means we're more corrective than we are impulsive. It looks impulsive because, I mean, technically, we could call them impulses because they do move so quickly and strongly. However, in the wave principle, aka Elliott wave theory, overlapping waves is corrective. How much of a pullback have we gotten so far here on the NASDAQ? A 50% retrace. Let's get rid of this. Useless. We do have an imbalance over here on the 4-hour, right at the golden pocket. We did close a 4-hour candle below the 50% retracement, which means we are now more likely to pull down here to the 618 and the golden pocket at about 23,263 points. Now, if this continues to pull back, then we will continues to fall down, then we will likely see the same in Bitcoin and crypto. You think that candle down to 112,500 could be stronger on BTC? Stronger as in love the Ozarks. What are you talking about? Harp, I'm in C, okay, but 1 hour from Mina. Yeah. I only recently learned that Powell didn't run the show and they voted like a month ago. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. Oh, Kelly, I've been meaning to ask you, did you get to see any B-2 bombers? Over the weekend, Friday, when Putin was in town? Because I know you're up there stationed in Alaska. I call it being stationed in Alaska because that's the only reason anybody would want to be there or would be there is because they were just stationed there. But kidding. Longer wick, more volume. Really wasn't too big of a wick. Yeah, I don't think so, honestly. That's why I think it could come lower. And we do have a swing failure. Volume. Oh, I'm on the wrong chart for that. Not Bitstamp. There's no volume on. No one uses Bitstamp. I mean, apparently some people do. Coinbase. So we had more volume here. We need to go to a perp chart, don't we? Go to Bybit. Yeah, not really. We had more volume over here. In this candle, let me zoom in. Yeah, this candle body is bigger than this one. Than this, pretty much the whole candle. But yeah, I would say that's a pretty nice sell zone right here. We could even take in, do I want to take in the previous two? Definitely these two. So yeah, this is going to be an area that I would be careful with, okay? If we can come into it and push higher, what happened? Push above it, that is, then we then we might be able to continue higher. But right now, I would treat this as a massive supply zone. So just be careful with that one because we do have this big increase in volume right here on these candles. So that is where we're going to see some sell pressure. So we just need to make sure that that we are careful in this zone with the longs, okay? We want to get above that zone and preferably above the high at 115, 838. I'm in like 10 miles from the base. Candle seems weak. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. Oh no, I mostly stayed home when Putin was here. It was creepy. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Jesus, drove through OK once. My flat and I was pulled over. You're what? Was pulled over because of my Cali plates. It was a coast to coast drive, so I didn't really see anything. Hmm. Yeah, not much to see if you're driving through Oklahoma. No offense. It's just uh anyways. Yeah, didn't really go over a whole lot tonight. At least I don't feel like it, but I mean I've been talking for pretty much an hour. It's just yeah, we're just waiting. We want to see us get above highs. You can see we've got a pretty nice hill to climb. So yeah, it's gonna be could be a struggle, or we could see massive short squeeze. Let's take a look at liquidity, see what our liquidity heat map's looking like. Bing bong. I think it's cute that TradeFly thinks he's like the first person that found the liquidity heat map. He's like, everybody started using it. No, you just started noticing it after you started using it because you started using it. So you noticed other people that were using it. Maybe you just didn't notice it before. Shout out to TradeFly. Mad love TradeFly. Make sure you go and check out his channel. 112,286. 112,197. Pretty bright level there. What's the highest number in here? 37.26 million at 112,197. That's the biggest number in all of this, but all of this is liquidity that can be taken. It could also push up to the upside and then come down and take that liquidity too. Where is... Am I? Okay. Don't really see much on the monthly. And yeah, shout out to TradeFly. He's the one that hooked me up with BitTunics. And it's the reason why I'm able to give you guys a referral link to get 10% off all of your trading. Just click the link in the description. I don't know if you need the referral code, but I have it in there too. So just make sure you go and check that out. And Alexander G also put TradeFly's link in the chat. Thank you, Alexander G. Go check out TradeFly. Smash that subscribe button, and tell him that the Wave God sent you. No, we will not refer to me as the Wave God. Do not refer to me as the Wave God. Please. I don't like how my farts smell, okay? Oh, guys, you're amazing. I like CoinAnk. Seems like they have all the exchange or a bunch combined. I mean, so does CoinGlass. I bet if we looked between the two, we wouldn't see much difference. But, if any. But yeah. All right, guys. That's going to be it for now. We look for a potential retrace we look for, we want to get above really the biggest number I want to get above is 117. But first things first, and that's getting above 115,838. So if we can get above that and close above that, that would be nice. But for now, we only look for retraces into supply zones and more shorts for now, until we get until the trend dies and we reverse and we confirm that we are back on our way to the upside. So higher highs, higher lows. That's what you gotta look for. All right, guys. Yeah, join the Discord. Alexander G put it in the chat. I just realized you guys were talking about Alaska. LOL. Oh, you're talking about the chat. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, join the Discord. Talk in the Discord. Speaking of talking in Discord, I haven't seen anything, and the students haven't said anything. Kelly, Melissa, I haven't seen Melissa tonight. She must have forgot. That's how she does things. But yeah. Yeah, students got to ask questions if you want to learn. So, and I make myself pretty available. So, but you got to talk. So, yeah. Thanks, LBC. I definitely learned from you. Despite the chat jokes, keep the lessons coming. Appreciate you, Harp. Oh yeah, I don't know that I saw it. Did I see you earlier, Harp? I don't remember throwing up the metal horns, but hello, Harp. How you doing? I'll see you tomorrow. Yep, that's it, guys. Yeah, go to the links, check out the links in the description and all that good stuff. Yada yada yada. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Blah 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 blah. You've heard it a million times. You know what to do. Share it out with some friends. Type in a comment or something. Give me some engagement. And my channel actually officially hit over 2,000 watch hours 4 years in. Now, I wasn't anywhere near as consistent as I have been recently, so that kind of helps. And literally like 25% of those 2,000 hours has come in the last couple of weeks. So, and that's all because of you guys. So I appreciate each and every single last one of you. Thank you for all of your support and your jokes and your good vibes, because that's what it's all about, baby. We just like the good vibes, and we just like to ride the waves. Thank you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep, and I will catch you all in the next one. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Bye.
Lunar Beaches Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market to the motherfucking moon. Surfboard line, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wick with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and face. At the risk, hit play, levitate. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto tides through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. Phones on my skin, stars in view. Lunar tide, got the alpha crew. No guessing games, no tactics. Just clean PA and candlestick flips. Anchor the VW, that line, stochastic twitch. That entry's mine, from sea to space, from dusk to noon. We ride the wave, you chase the moon. We ride the waves, ride the waves. Crypto ties through the heat and haze. Rock to the moon, past the stars. Chart that zone, we know who we are. Wave gang deep, no cap, no fakes. Stacking truth while the system breaks. Wave ride the waves, yeah, that's the call. One good setup, we risk it all. We ride the waves of the crypto market to Surfboard mine, charts on deck. Crypto tides got no respect. Pullbacks hit like a lunar slap, but we catch that wig with a fib and a trap. Stars above, sand below. Charts lit up like a rocket show. No shills, no noise, just price and fate. Set the risk, hit play, levitate.